Hello, 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 hello. I have left my last store for the day. I am unhappy. Not unhappy, just cranky. It's crazy, and it's not that they're. I mean, some of it's the people, but mostly it's the stores themselves. For example, this one, I go in to get a cart, and oh, he's got some pretty roses in his basket. He's not going to come across. Okay. I go in to get a cart, and there's no carts. And the idiot that's sitting there cleaning, and if you'll see that I'm putting quotes on cleaning the carts is just standing there. I look at her. Is somebody bringing more carts? Oh, let me go ask somebody. Okay. So finally, she wanders over to the other person who's standing there, and then that person and then comes back, and that person continues to stand there, and she looks at me and she says, "I told them." It's like, yeah, but they're obviously not doing anything. So I go outside and I find a baby cart. I think I'm back. Am I back? Am I back? I hope they have the big carts and then they have little baby carts. So I grabbed a little baby cart, which I really need a baby cart, but the baby cart will do. Grab the little baby cart, and off I go. And first, I asked her to clean it for me, so she's got all the cleaning supplies, and she like sprays a tiny little bit of sanitizer on a paper towel and like swipes across the handle. So I'm like, "Can I have a towel, please?" She gave me a towel, and I held it out. "Can you spray it, please?" I wiped on my cart, and off I go. And then the people in Publix are less, the shoppers in Publix are less aware of their 6 feet than the shoppers in Kroger. I will give the Kroger shoppers that. They are better about that. So when I'm going to leave, first at checkout, the lady keeps disappearing this running this self-checkout. I self-checkout because I'm very weird about bagging my own groceries. I don't like how people bag my groceries. Oh man, the road's closed still. Let's go this way. Bypass all of this. Okay. So, I go to self-checkout, and she keeps disappearing, and then I go to leave. And the reason why all these people, employees and security, are standing in the entrance of Kroger is to control the flow. And to control so that people go in the in and out the out and aren't, getting bottlenecked and stuff. We're just standing there yakking away, not paying any attention to what anybody's doing. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, I'm out. And I'm free of the grocery store, and I didn't really get much for myself this week, because one, we're pretty well stocked. Two, I'm buying a box of chicken, or picking up a box of chicken Sunday, and I need to clean out my refrigerator and make room for it. And three, I just was done with the grocery store. Usually I'll pick up some stuff along the way. These are new. I'll keep that as usually I pick up some stuff along the way as I'm doing stuff. I didn't feel like it today. Yes, shortcutting through neighborhoods to avoid the construction-y stuff. So welcome to Decatur. This is Decatur, Georgia. I may have had some sugar after I left Publix. If you do not have a Publix near you, Publix has really good bakery, and the Publix has really good chicken. I did not get any chicken because, again, I'm buying chicken this week. But, I already bought it, I'm picking up chicken this week. But, I bought donuts, and I've had 2 already. So, they actually had a Long John. Now, if you've ever lived in the north and moved to the south and are a fan of a Long John or a cream stick, chocolate covered, of course, although I like the maple covered now too, they're different. When I moved down here, I took my little happy butt into the bakery next to where I worked at the time because I was going to treat myself. Give me that cream stick. Please. I didn't say, gimme, gimme, gimme. May I please have that cream stick? Because I had not been down here long enough yet to use my English, proper English. Um, the South will kill your language faster than anything. But give me that cream stick. And I went back to my little job next door. We were in the same building, shared a wall, whatever. Went back to my little job next door and proceeded to eat this cream stick. This was not a cream stick. It had like the white frosting type cream. It's not frosting, but it's closer to frosting. It's not custard anyway. And I went back there to my happy little butt, my not so happy little butt back there. I was like, I think maybe you gave me the wrong thing. No, that's a cream stick. And that's when I found out they don't make Long Johns down here, or proper cream sticks. They didn't for a long time. With the influx of Northerners, you're starting to see them now, here and there. Mostly you usually have to get a round Boston cream donut. It's the same thing. But today, at Publix, I got a box of 4 little donuts. And my happy butt is so happy because it had a cream stick in it that is an actual Long John cream stick with the custard in the middle and the chocolate frosting, and it was long and not round. Shapes matter with food. Shapes make food taste better. I wonder if somebody else is live. There's nobody in here. Talking to myself, which is fine. I enjoy talking to myself, especially when I'm hopped up on sugar. If you have not been to the stream before, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button anyway, even if you're watching it on replay, because that is much appreciated. But if you would like to subscribe, that's even better, because then you get notified if you hit the bell. Oh, Jay Christopher says diamond. Yeah, if you hit the bell, you get notified when we do these little impromptu rambling things. There's magnolias on the magnolia tree. You guys gotta see the magnolia tree. See? Magnolia tree. Very old magnolia tree. And it has flowers on it, and the light changed, so we have to go. You can't tell I've had sugar, can you? I used to be like this all the time. Hyper, running around. I used to eat very healthy, but I also used to eat a lot of sugary things and caffeine. That was also before I smoked. I don't smoke anymore, so I still on occasion have these cute little hyperspasm moments. But I did have, I do have ADHD, and I think that's why I have these little hyperspasm moments. And in school, I used to get accused of being on drugs all the time, but I was not. I never understood drugs. See, this is what a rambling is. We go from one subject to another with, hop, hop, hop. I never understood drugs and why people took drugs. I really didn't. I never understood. Because they made me dizzy and they made me nauseous, right? And then I had to have emergency surgery. What are we doing over here? I had to have emergency surgery once. Oh, it looks like the Wells, I don't know, I'm not open yet. Coming soon, Wells Fargo. So I had to have emergency surgery once, and they had to give me medication. And they asked me, do you get nauseous easily with medication? And I said, yeah. And they said, okay, we'll give you some anti-nausea medication. Like, I did not know that was a thing. So, oh my gosh, I figured out why people do drugs. I was a happy camper just laying there on my medication and my anti-nauseous medication. Okay, yeah, now. Oh, I'm getting sleepy. Maybe that's why I'm hyper. On the fit, blue. Amy! Big Disney fan, welcome to the stream. Y'all make sure and hit that like and subscribe and bell and all that jazz. I'm a little hyper. I had 2 donuts, in case you missed the beginning. Just 2. They were big donuts. One was a jelly donut, and one was a actual Long John donut from Publix with the cream in the middle. I won't go into all that story again. You guys can replay it if you're that interested. I am rambling now. I survived the grocery store. I had sugar. I am off to deliver my groceries, and then I have to book it home so he can go to work. And I may end up ordering him. That man had something on his chest. Okay. I may end up ordering him something for dinner because I'm not going to have time to make anything. Puppy. This place here on the left, Marley House, and I don't know, they used to be called something else, but right now they're called the Marley House. Yes, nobody here pays any attention to crosswalks. Or lights. I don't know. What in the world is that guy doing? I hope he did not act on purpose. Looks like he almost took out that thing. The Marley House is really good. It's authentic Irish food. They actually came from Irish, and they moved, or Irish, Ireland, and they moved here and opened a pub. And they got good stuff. Hey, Mike! Welcome, welcome! So what have you guys been up to today? Is it warming up in Pittsburgh yet? Or wherever you're at? It's pretty today. It started out overcast. I mean, if you guys were with me earlier today, you saw it was overcast. Now it's kind of sunny. Oh, I'm not yawning, you are. Um, there's probably some kind of rule about yawning stream. I don't care. I don't care about rules. I do care about rules, but anyhow. See, this is a true ramble. True ramble. What is that? Oh. There's a little piece of fence with some black or whatever on it. It was moving around. I thought it was a big dog or something. See, when I'm in the streams and I'm like talking and answering trivia questions and talking and just going and my fingers are really fast, this is the mood I'm in. I think that for the most part you have been spared. Mike, do something. Go outside. Enjoy the warmth on your face. Because, you know, in another day or another week, you will be not wanting to go outside because it'll be very, very, very hot. Sorry, I got a text message and then my mind went off in another direction. This bridge up here that you guys see is really old. It's like 1911 or 1901. There's a plaque on it, and I can't remember now what it said. It's a railroad bridge. One of these days, yeah, I see those empty spools on that truck that just went by, and I think, ooh, those would be cool tables. We had a bar that had tables like that they had redone, and I don't know if they were like that, but they were like really nice, heavy oak tables. And when COVID started, they sold off their tables. They were actually they said they had been planning on remodeling at some point anyway, but when COVID hit and they had to shut down, they sold the tables for like $500 a piece, and they sold a bunch of other stuff from the interior, and they took that money and they paid their employees. They divided it amongst their employees. They already had the budget to remodel. And normally they probably would have just given the stuff away as if here, take it or something like that. But instead they did a little sale, and all of the money that they took in, they just divided it amongst their employees. And there was another bar that, you know how some bars have those little kitschy things, and they would take dollars from patrons and put them, the guy people you could sign them, and they put them up on their wall. Well, they went through and took all of them down off the wall, and I think they had a little over $3,000, and they gave that to their employees. They figured, hey, it's just sitting there. We don't need it. They need it. Okay, so yawning. I was wearing that mask in the store, and I can't breathe. I was having a hard time breathing today with the mask. What do we do here? Mike, you have to trust me. There is a bridge. And I saw something about somebody asking Lincoln, Nebraska. If you're asking if here is Nebraska, no, this is Atlanta, Georgia. Well, that was Decatur, Georgia. We're going in towards Atlanta now. It's just a really short. Actually, what I'm going to do is when I get up close to my destination, I'm going to pause the stream. If Ahmad decides to hang out and let anybody who comes in know, I'm going to pause the stream probably for about 5 minutes or so while I drop off the groceries, because I don't want, I want to protect my clients' privacies and all that. But that way I don't have to end the stream, and I can come back and start a new one. I've done this one time before when I was making deliveries. Bumpy. Bumpy. Yeah, I was thinking today, I go out of the house. Somebody who's never home, I go out of the house once a week now. That's it. Maybe twice. Everybody's so behind today. I had to fight with the post office this morning to get my mail. I haven't had mail deliveries since Saturday. And I watched the guy on Monday go past my house 3 separate times. And didn't stop. Marked it as no access. I have a mailbox at the end of the street and a driveway that comes up to my house with a front step. No fence. No crazy dog. Well, I have a crazy dog, but she's inside. Potholes! Atlanta should be the pothole city. There's a running joke. There's a section of 10th Street over by Georgia Tech that was so bad. There was a sinkhole underneath it, and no matter what they did to it, it was just bad. And it was a running joke that that's where the engineering school practiced engineering. You get a little glimpse into Atlanta right here. We're in DeKalb County. As soon as you cross over the street, you're in Fulton County. We're not going over there, though. Where'd my mask go? Where are you from, big Disney fan? No air for you. Yeah, I could roll down the windows, or I could just leave the air conditioner on. Yeah, I'm good with squirrels. Kansas, cool. I know people there. I know people everywhere. One of my clients goes to Kansas a lot for her job. 2 of them. One of them is not my client anymore because they moved to their lake house, but and I missed the kitties. We are almost to pausing points. Almost. And I'm not sure how long it's going to be paused. It depends on how long it takes them to come down to get their groceries. And they have asked that I call them when I get there because their phone is on the charger. Okay, guys, I'm going to pause it. I shall be back. Behave in the back seat. I'm back. Did you guys miss me? Yeah, I came back. I can come back basically as soon as hey Shelly, welcome. What I do is I have an iPhone, and with iPhone you have windows basically you can switch around to, but the streaming on YouTube only works if you have that window open. If you minimize it to the background, it stops working. So I just minimized it while I was doing what I needed to do and then pulled it back up and it started again on its own. There's probably a button to pause things, but if there is, I don't know where it's at, and this is just easier. Ow, I have a bad toe, it hurts. And I can't go to the doctor right now because one, my health insurance hasn't kicked in yet. Two, I'm afraid of the doctor's office. So did I miss anything? I'm going to cut through a little neighborhood here. I need to get home. No! Crud. I am remembering not to say the words that I should not say. See, I really should have turned left out of there to go home, but I can turn right and cut through the neighborhood when traffic is bad. But for some reason, it cut me off. Now I'm going to go get stuck in traffic. Traffic is bad again because everybody's going back to work this week. I noticed it with my job, too. They could have had us on light duty, too, but it was pretty slow. Like normally when you deal with something that you would deal with a lot of people who work, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 jobs, quote, normal jobs, you're going to be busy on Saturdays, you're going to be busy in the evening, and you're going to be busy on Monday morning generally too. Maybe not right away, but late morning. And I noticed this last Saturday that it was busy. So you guys are going to get to see Emery Circle if you have not already. Oh, I must not have came back right away. Either that or it just took a minute to refresh. Emory, not Emory. Emory. The university side. We're going through the university side, basically the college campus side. It's college campus adjacent. One day I'll drive everybody through the college campus, but not today because I'm on a time crunch. But this is basically where the university students would hang out if they were in class. No, Emory, not Amory. Emory. Emory University, in conjunction with the CDC. Share campus. Yeah, I knew that person in that van. Anyway. Oh, bumpy! Nice and bumpy today. They've been digging at this road, and apparently they just decided to leave it like this for a while. I don't think my car is wide enough to avoid enjoyed it either. Sorry, guys. Popcorn time. Who wants to feel like popcorn? Oh my gosh, I should not have had 2 donuts. I really like this neighborhood except for the traffic. This neighborhood kind of reminds me of where I grew up. Just the somewhat how it looks, but just mostly the overall feeling to it. We are driving somewhat parallel to the road that we came in on. However, the once we get through this other circle, we'll be going at an angle. Oh wow, that apartment complex never has openings because they're right here by the college. So this is Emory Circle, Emory Village, if you will. There's a few little restaurants. So there's a Chase Bank in there now. A few little restaurants and bars and stuff like that. Little stores. And this over here is part. Oh, they're doing graduation pictures. Cool. They're doing graduation pictures on the Emory sign. Over here, like this building that you saw is part of Emory. Campus is most likely closed right now, though, which is kind of weird because Emory campus never closes. Oh, there's somebody walking with a backpack. Emory campus never closes for a couple of reasons. I mean, they have the law students that go year round. They don't really take a break. And you also have the medical students that don't really take a break. Plus, they work in conjunction with the CDC, and they have a teaching hospital. Emory Hospital is a really good hospital. Mike, behave. I thought you were going to say you were reaching back there and smacking them. For my job, I work from home. I used to have my own company. I did pet sitting, dog walking, and ran errands, did grocery shopping, stuff like that. And I was at the point where I had to quit the other job I was working because I was so busy, and it was going to be great surviving. The business could survive on its own, and I loved it, and I loved what I did. But COVID happened. Of course, I get to the point where I can just survive on the business by itself, and I don't have to worry. And then COVID happens, and basically my business is done. I have this one day that I do grocery shops. I have a house that I check on for the owner twice a week. I knew what was going to happen. My last was March 13th. I've lost thousands of dollars from that, thousands. I applied for PUA, haven't seen it, and actually the first part that I applied to, I didn't hear anything, and then I got told they were out of money. So I have applied through the unemployment office for PUA because I was down for a month. We were very, very lucky because his job was still working, and then they went down for 2 weeks, but they still paid him, and then they brought him back. Part-time at first and full-time now. I applied, like my last day with my pets was March 13th. I saw it coming that week before that. In fact, March 13th was kind of a goodbye day. I didn't even really need to work that day because my people were home, but they just wanted to say goodbye and, let me see I'm going to cry. Let me see the animals one more time. Don't make me cry on stream, you guys. So that week, I applied to every work-at-home job I could because you know that I used to do tech support for Apple through a third-party company. I even applied to come back for them. I received several offers. I interviewed or tested or whatever the process was. I don't even think I interviewed for this one. I just did some online thing. I accepted Amazon. So I do, I'm snuffling now because y'all made me cry. I do tech support, basically, for the Kindle for Amazon. They also have us doing some retail stuff. Like, basically what I deal with is telling people why they don't have their packages and giving them their money back for whatever. You know, with Kindle, I deal with my book won't download. I accidentally bought this book, didn't want it. I accidentally signed up for the subscription, I didn't want it. I'm the one that gives you your money back, or tries to. Sometimes I have to have people help me. Sometimes I have to say no. I also deal with a little bit of retail. I deal with tracking packages and you know, making sure sellers communicate with the buyers and things like that. Oh, cool, they put signs up there. I think I'll stop. But that's what I do. And I do it for 10 hours for 4 days so that I can have that 3 days off. It was only a couple extra hours a day. Basically, it comes up to 11 and a half hours when you figure in breaks and everything. 4 days a week. And then 3 days I'm off. One of those days I do grocery shopping for people, and then I have the other 2 days to myself. So that was a very long story of what my job is. Good thing I like to talk because, you know, it's not something you want to do on a YouTube channel at all. Talk. I ramble sometimes. I say my thoughts out loud, but that's not all I do. I guess I need this car to pass me so I can get over. I guess I should say the rest of it. I signed up to be a travel agent right before COVID as well. So technically I'm a travel agent even though I haven't sold anything. I have a couple other things in the works, but with the travel agency, I have a plan long term, but I need to build it long term. So I'm not so worried about anything with it right now because, as I said, we were very, very lucky in that we didn't have an issue financially. We had food, we had supplies. Stuff like that. People are being crazy over here. Garrett! I think your box is at my house. And I'm doing something else too that's secret. And I'm not telling anybody. Garrett knows, but I'm not really telling anybody else right now. I mean, it's not secret. I just don't feel like telling anybody right now. But it's something that I did before. I may tell somebody, I don't know. It's something that I did before that is part of my long-term plan for moving. It's not anything that is going to reap me $1 million right now. It's part of my long-term plan. I have things for short-term and I have things for long-term, and I'm always planning and thinking and organizing in my head. My head is a very scary place. I mean, just judging from the things that come out of my mouth, you know my head is a scary place. So it's always moving, always going. The bank is almost ready to open. That is a lot smaller than the other bank, but then it's 2 floors. Maybe. Actually, it looks like it's all 1 floor, just a big ceiling. Interesting. Michelle's head is scary too. Cool. Scary heads are the best heads. Ah, no, I don't want to report Garrett. Yeah, that school bread looks just like, yeah, we don't want to talk about hair. Uh, that school bread looks just like the bread that you get at the Korean and the Chinese markets here. It's a sweet bread, so I'm gonna have to try it and see if Try, I definitely need to look at the recipe. Somebody send me the recipe so I can look at it. Um, but basically, it's a sweet bread with a custard in the middle and coconut, like coconut shavings or whatever, pieces of coconut in it. I guess I don't know. And coconut, I love bread. I love sweet bread, and I love coconut cake and coconut cream pie. There are a lot of ways that I do not like coconut. There are a lot, but cake and pie are one that I do. So, and the breads. But the stores were a little crazy. Oh man, I took a picture later. I'm gonna post it. They had this toilet paper. It's Cottonelle. It's the 6 roll mega whatever, 6 mega rolls. They wanted $17 for this. That's more than twice what they wanted 2 months ago, or however long we've been doing this. I'm like, $17 for 6 rolls of toilet paper. You've got to be kidding me. I left it there. I was not getting that. And then like the 3 pack of Kleenex boxes. I'm losing my voice. The three 3 packs of Kleenex, and this is Publix. I never thought Publix would price gouge to this extent. I mean, they're obviously their prices are normally higher, but I didn't think they would actually price gouge. And a 3 pack box of Kleenex tissues, which is normally $4 or $5, was $8. I don't know. I don't understand. And like the little jars of Indian sauce that I like to get, um, like the tikka masala and the butter chicken and all that stuff, just add chicken to it. I might make some of that tonight too. Anyway, normally they're like $2.99, and they're $5 right now. I don't understand why they think it's okay to charge so much. Somebody does manage to scrape together some money to get some groceries. They go in there, they're not gonna be able to afford to eat. And my one client, they get nice food too. They get good food, and even that has gone up in price. And she's told me before on some things, just don't get the kids. I would look at it and be like, oh my gosh, just like no, don't get that. Does anybody know what time it is? my I forgot my watch today. It's bugging me. All those steps I'm missing out on my Apple Watch. I guess my phone, okay, I'll have to deal with it. 4:21, cool. Just in time. Maybe. There's a lot of traffic today. Everybody's back out now. If you're new to the stream, there is Columbia Seminary School. It is a college, to my right. My old neighbor used to teach there. I think he still does. I don't know, but he was teaching hybrid classes anyway, half online, half coming here and teaching. I'm going to have to go back out tomorrow, so I might do a little impromptu live tomorrow because I did not get a chance to do some of the things today that I need to do. I think tonight I'm going to take the weed eater to my yard. Maybe. Although actually trash goes out tomorrow, so I need to clean out my refrigerator. You know what's funny is because I talk to myself like this normally in the car, and now I'm just talking at you guys. And out loud. Sometimes I do it out loud, sometimes I don't. Everything will be okay. We are almost to our end point for the stream. We don't let this nice person out because we are not rude. We are almost there. Garrett, behave. Bing Bong was King Kong. Garrett has cooties. 43:21. Oh, I asked what time it was and I saw 4:21, so I'm going to have to read the chat later. I like that car. Ooh, it's a Nissan. Never mind. Nissan bad. Had Nissans. Only one Nissan I have ever had was a good car. Somebody sent me a message. I don't like Burger King either. Don't spit things out in the car. I think I have a recipe. You know, I don't have to do donuts this weekend because I've had donuts and I had 2 of them already. Noah! You're just in time for the end of the stream. Nobody likes a tattletale. That's what I used to get told. Nobody likes a tattletale. And then beyond the tattletale thing, after the tattletale, I have to yell at Mikey too. Both of you, grounded. After we get through this light, I'm gonna end the stream. Taco Bells in Atlanta are not good. I don't know why. They just can't. They're not good. Del Taco's good, but it's not anywhere near here. $1.65 a gallon. How much is gas where y'all are at? I need to stay behind the bike because I'm going to turn in up here. Phooey. You all, y'all, you guys, these guys. I had a discussion with one of my clients today about how I should be saying that depending on where I am and where I'm from. So I'm going to turn in here and stop and end the stream. And this guy's slowing down, of course, apparently. Don't know why. Oy. Let me stop here. I'm going to have to go through chat later because I don't have time to do it right now. What's Dillions? Garrett, leave my neighborhood alone. All right, y'all. Behave. I see you in the streams later. I will read over the comments at some point later because I can fast forward the stream and then go back and read the comments. Plastered? I don't even think I want to know. Okay, guys, have fun. I'll see you later. Behave. Pam and Mikey, you're grounded.